Good morning. Welcome to Blood Moon Oracle, the encouragement of the day. I hope you guys are well. I am pulling out my Sacred Rebels Oracle deck this morning to see a look at what the message could be that's coming out for encouragement for us today. Happy Wednesday. We're halfway through the week for those of you that are counting. And if you're not, it's just another day, okay? Please like, share, comment if you are new. Please consider subscribing to the page. And let's take a look at the energies coming in today. I'll also be using my Star Tarot deck in addition with the Sacred Rebels deck. So let's take a look. What are the energies coming out for today, Spirit? We have visions of beyond death. We have unconscious connections. We have releasing alliances and Pandora's gift. Ooh, this feels very magical today. Very magical. The numbers are 44, which could be significant. That's usually a number that really deals with healing. And 44 talks about the healer as well. And so this could definitely be Spirit bringing in encouragement around tapping in to energies, sacred vision, some awakening for someone right now. You could be actually coming into some of your giftings, and one of which would be like the gift to see, clairvoyance, I believe it is. Clairvoyance, the ability to see. And it's the ability to see behind hidden, curtains, behind the smoke and mirrors, behind what seems to look real, but you're actually coming into your ability to be able to see beyond that, beyond the veil, right? This is what it means to be insightful, right? Full of insight, possibly being able to peer behind what is being presented and being able to see what's beyond the veil. You also could be coming into a time where you've moved past things that you once considered to have consequence, right? Your understanding and your consciousness is evolving. There could be things that you once held consequential, and it may have represented like some kind of stigma or something that was superstitious or something like that, but you're moving into a place where that is no longer. You're no longer seeing that as something to be withheld or to be afraid of. And then the things that you once held dear and true and near could be of little consequence now. There's some level of evolution or consciousness that's evolving here. What once irritated you or was irrelevant may now have great significance to you. And if you look at this card, it's almost like her eyes are closed, but she has a owl, which owls are actually able to see perfect. They have perfect vision, even in the dark, right? And I feel like this could represent her vision, right? Always associate these animals too for like guides as well. And so someone could have an owl animal guide. Someone could actually have a peacock animal guide. Someone could have a crow animal guide, right? Those are the three birds there. And then there's one that's right on top of her third eye. It's the skull of the bird, right? And so you could have a bird as an animal guide that's actually part of your ability to actually see past, right? See past the mundane. And you could actually be seeing things actually change right before your eyes. There's some significance around changing or shedding, or, something about to go away, or there's an ending about to happen. And you may be feeling this, like you may have some premonition about someone that you know that's about to pass over, right? And you're feeling this like in your bones, feeling a little bit sad around the pain and the loss, but it is providing you an opportunity to make peace, possibly with that person, to make peace with their transition over. I also have conscious connections. And I almost feel like this could represent some level of mirroring happening for you. This is almost like a call to become more acquainted with your immediate connections. Whoever you're connected with, you're being called to open up more, to share more, to communicate on a deeper level. Especially if those are relationships that are waning in the balance in some type of way. Spirit is possibly giving you an opportunity here to salvage the relationship, if it's worth salvaging, if it's worth saving, and to kind of look at whatever that was that drove this relationship apart, possibly look at those differences and honor them, and focus on the things that actually unite you instead. And so this could be due to a difference in values. One person lives a very high definition life. I see one person has color. Her umbrella is colored, and, the wrap around her is colored. The other one is in black and white. And so this could be someone living a very high defined life, right? While the other one may prefer to live more vicariously, in the background until they actually build up, the oomph or the esteem to actually step out into, center stage in their own life. But we're not here to really judge one another, right? We're just here to support and to love. We're here to be loved. And, to really accept those things that we can't change the things that we can, and really ask for the wisdom to know the difference, to just accept people as they are in certain times, right? And so this particular oracle could definitely be guiding us to really trust in the authenticity of the connection as it is, right? This is guiding us to become more intimate in those connections, right? And if you're someone who's been asking for more intimacy in your connection with people who understand where you are, what you're going through, people who are able to actually, play life with you, this could be Spirit pointing you to certain individuals that were placed in your life for that reason. You could have been asking for healing with your relationships. This is Spirit letting you know that this is the time to heal them, to look at, what remains of that relationship, if you find it worth salvaging, and start rebuilding that, right? And just to be open, mostly to be open to healing the connection and allowing people to get close to you. Trust in the process, and, that the people who are showing up right now, maybe they're supposed to show up right now. Maybe they're supposed to be there. Just trusting that, okay? Also, I have releasing alliances at the same time. Releasing allegiances. Releasing allegiances. And so this is knowing, like I just said, there's a prayer that says, grant us the serenity to accept the things that we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference, right? It almost feels like a prayer here. There's a deeper level of seeing, what's going on behind the curtains, just not looking at the face of things, but there's so much happening underneath the surface. Sometimes it's really beautiful, right? And sometimes it's not. There's some level of sight that's deepening for you as you're realizing this. And there's also a process that's happening within that gift becoming more clear for you and sharpening so that you can utilize it more effectively. Releasing allegiances is pointing to possibly a time to really hold yourself tighter while you let go of others or things, or that connection that doesn't serve you right now. So on one point, you'll be pulling people closer to you. That's showing up for you right now. And on the other hand, Spirit is also having you release people for now. And it might be that connection that doesn't have a value right now, that doesn't serve you right now. This could be people or things that, has caused some level of conflict. If there is a connection that you have or something like that actually slows down your ability to get things done, that slows down, that acts as some type of block with your creativity, or it stifles your abundance or your consciousness, right? And you'll know, especially with this visions of life beyond death card, because this is something that you'll be able to discern. Like every time I'm around this person, things seem to get a little scattered. It's that kind of energy. It's identifying those circles that we might need to go ahead and just dismiss. It's almost like we have high vibrational groups, we have low vibrational groups, and those ones with the high vibrational frequency has served you well, but the low vibrational frequency groups have really created some level of difficulty in many ways, even if it's causing you to struggle within yourself. And you may have been trying to strive with these people or this group for a while. And I feel like Spirit is saying, like, right now is the time to actually release that in exchange for something that may be more aligned for you, for some of you, if you're looking and listening to this right now. These are going to be people or things that are more in line with the habits that you have or you're trying to create. And in line with the frequency that you vibrate on too. I feel like Spirit is actually asking you to even continue raising your frequency, which means many times that you need to be positioned around people with a higher frequency than you, people that will challenge you to grow, to come up, to their level. It's often said, if you are the smartest person in your group, then there's no growth there. It's almost like that kind of energy, but on a level of frequency. And so Spirit is guiding you to release some things, release some people. It's time to expand into a higher frequency of experience. And that frequency is actually going to enhance the level of love and empowerment and peace that you're able to feel in life. And the wisdom that you've drawn, up until now, you'll be able to take that and integrate that into your life. Even the wisdom you've learned from all of these groups that you've had the ability to connect with. But I do feel like for some of you, there's new connections aligning with you. There's new relationships. There's new life experiences. And your life is actually turning at a turning point right now. And so you're being called to release some things, to release some people, right? And just trust that it will work out, right? This may even be a time to step into solitude, right? And it doesn't mean that you have to be lonely because there's an absence of people, but this is a time to reconnect with yourself, to enjoy yourself, and to be company to yourself, and pull your energy back in and turn it towards your inner journey right now. I feel like there's lots of things cultivating and opportunities for us to grow spiritually. And this may provide you more time to do that, more time to discover more things about yourself that's happening, things that are shifting and changing within you, tapping into your own creative expressions as well. And this also could provide time away from the pulls that, you are responsible, and the responsibilities, the demands that you have in life. This is also time to pull away from those things too, or to utilize the time away from those things more effectively pointed towards yourself. And so self-love, paying attention to yourself, nurturing yourself, and, just being with yourself. It doesn't mean you have to pull your love back and you can't love others, but it means turning your time and your attention inwardly, so that you can actually grow to the next level. For some of you, you'll be coming out of this time renewed and refreshed. And, things will be clearer when it comes to your journey and these relationships that you are embarking upon. Lastly, we have Pandora's gift. Pandora's gift. Now, this one is beautiful. I like this one. This almost feels like something very magical as I look at this card. Something very magical. And it feels like something or someone who has emerged, right? And I can't help but look at all of this energy around her. The energy is imprinted with symbols and signias. What is the word I'm thinking of? Sigils. Sigils was the word. She's surrounded by energy. Sigil energy. If you can see that, I'll hold it close. Right? The energy around her is almost like enchanted energy. And this Pandora's gift, this energy is almost like something emerging, right? It could be something resurrecting from the past. It could be something pouring in, towards the future. But this is bringing in gifts. Pandora's gift. This may be bringing in many gifts. Pandora is actually the name of a mysterious energy in nature. And this mysterious energy is one that calms chaos. It's one that subdues evil and darkness with the light of knowledge and wisdom. And this brings a level of hope and speaking truth from our soul. And also, asking the right questions. And in doing these things, there's certain processes or triggers that happen that actually bring the answers about that's needed. Sometimes this happens through very difficult situations that place us in experiences to learn, that places us in lessons, so that we can ascend to places that we otherwise would not be able to go. And so there's some level of stirring within you, some new revelation that's coming about, some new life experience, some new adventure. And when I think of Pandora's gift, it's almost like opening up something very mystical, very wonderful, even very magical. I love that word. And it's something that's not every day, right? This is a new experience, most definitely. And it brings in all gifts, all opportunities of experience, and all giving as well. And so with this card, I believe that we're being invited today to actually put aside any judgment that we might have and actually surrender to any guilt that may have been placed on us or taught, right? Or that we may have even brought along with us from past experiences. Set that aside, remove that from ourselves. Or any past experience that we're carrying still, set that down. It's time to set it down. It's time to let go of any thing that would hold us back, any shame-based beliefs, any beliefs in punishment, right? Anything that would hold us back from receiving and experiencing, what we deserve. Yeah. And let that override any feeling of doubt, any feeling of imperfection, right? Of the human nature, right? And so this is a time to release any forms of inadequacy. This gift is actually freeing. This gift is freeing. And from anything that would attempt to torment or drag us, right? Drag us along. And I feel like this is a very beautiful gift being given. And someone is being released from everything that possibly there was something about visions beyond life and death that talked about a change that's happening in your consciousness from what you used to hold true and very consequential to now moving into an understanding and having experiences that possibly have shown you something different. And so there's a change happening at a soul level. There's a transformation happening at a very deep level here in how we think and how we experience life. And it's understanding that we're always going to be learning if we allow ourselves to. There's no shame in that process. And so there's a new time coming about. There could even be timeline swaps happening where you wake up or you just appear one day in a place where you no longer are experiencing things, right? Your truths may have actually graduated to a different level according to the experiences that you've been given. And when that happens, this actually liberates, right? It sets free this unstoppable passion, of success. I think it's really because there's a change in the mindset and how we look at things. And so through this Sacred Rebellion Oracle card, there's a powerful uprising towards that liberation for someone today. And it's a number 45, which actually equals number 9. There's an ending happening of a season of what possibly was a very mundane experience. I feel like someone is definitely breaking free from the weight of criticism that the world offers, right? To try to keep us in a box, to try to keep us in a certain mindset and operating on a certain agenda. You know, one of the most powerful things that I've learned is that there is an agenda that is very present. That's why when we look around and we have all these different pillars of society, you know, when we look at education, we look at religion, we look at the government, we look at the medical industry, the food industry, they all have the same underlying agenda many times. And many times it aligns, right? That's why you have these same type of mentalities that align with these major pillars of society that run society, that keep society up and running, right? And it's understanding, I guess it's along the lines of the Matrix, right? The movie. There's something operating in the background, and you're awakening to that here. There's an awakening happening. There's a vision that's clearing while everyone else is going about their day, right? Like everything is normal, and you're sitting here, you're watching in the middle of the Matrix. You're watching people run on programs, on agendas that were created for them, right? And you've stepped out of it. Somebody's stepping out of that and will be able to see this clearly. And this is part of the gift that's being given to you. And I know that sometimes some of the things that will be shown you will almost be too much to handle, because you're going to see the weight of the criticism that the world offers to keep us in a certain position or in a box. And we're never supposed to step out of that. You're going to see the power games that get played, you know, in the different pillars of society, right? I just named them. You're going to see the different power games. And it's going to be something you're just over it. You know, you're over it. And it's almost like this senseless cycle of, like, we're coming into a time where we're about to vote. That's one of the power games that we play, this senseless cycle. And it's almost like we are pumped up every year and propped up to be a part of this, you know, this, and we almost can call it charades, because sometimes that's what it is. But I feel like for who I'm talking to, you're stepping into a season where you will dare to disobey, you know, anything and everything that is not divine, you know, and you're going to see the difference. You're going to see the difference. And you're going to be actually awakening to your own power, to where you're able to stand up against, you know, vicious judgments, you know, as you move into this space. And this is nothing new, right? This is something that has been happening. There's nothing new under the sun, right? But you're going to be able to stand up against this, against everything that could come against you when you take this stance, and you'll just shrug it off, you know, nonchalantly, like, oh, well, whatever. You will no longer carry the weight of the world, is what I'm hearing. And this oracle comes with that realization that you are divinely equipped in this in this defiant behavior of hope, right? That's why we call this deck the Sacred Rebels deck, right? Because it's carrying that energy, that divine defiant energy, right? That we carry, that we believe in hope of something better than what we're seeing right now. And we're willing to get in there and get our hands dirty and work towards that. And so there's a shift taking place. And if we would dare to actually look into our own being and find our own light, right? We're being placed on notice right now, divine notice. And so this is the energy that's coming up. There's something that's in you. There's a seed that was planted in you that's about to sprout, that may in fact be sprouting, that may have sprouted. Whatever part of that cycle you're in, it's within you. It always have been. We have to make the choice to develop it and express this seed, okay? And it's a process that happens step by step. I feel like you're opening to that right now. That's what this message says. You're opening to that. And this is going to become a very beautiful, extraordinary light that shines in your life and in the world. You are a light in the world. And so, you know, as this takes place and as this gift is bringing you into this place of open expression and to even dare to step out of line, right? Don't worry about the naysayers. As a matter of fact, you can lick your tongue out at the naysayers and carry on. Turn your attention to the light within yourself and know that you were created for this, okay? You were created for this. I love this message. I'm not even going to tap into any tarot for this because I feel like Spirit said everything that needed to be said for the encouragement today. So for whoever this is for, welcome, right? Welcome. I'm so glad, to be able to announce this for you, to you, that you are one, okay? Thank you for stopping by. If this resonated, please like, share, comment. If you feel led and you have not yet, subscribe, right? Subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell so you'll be notified in case I post get another message of encouragement. Right now, I'm actually going through each sign and peering into future energies around love, around life right now, or in the future around career energy in the future. And so go over and take a look, okay? Thank you so much for stopping by. It has been a pleasure. I'm also going to post a video as well, either here or up here. And take a look at that video. If you have not, you may be interested in that one as well. That one may speak to you also. However you do that, I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful day. This day is yours to claim and behold and do what it is that your heart is calling you to do, okay? This is a very bold, a very magical moment for us. And so take advantage of that energy. It's here for us, right? And last but not least, make time for yourself today. Until next time, thank you for stopping by.